Sisters, welcome to the session. And my sincere pranamas to Mahavatar Babaji, Patriji, and Rangnath sir, and pranamas to you all. And today is a very interesting and valuable day for us to learn more about Dakshinamurthy and his teachings and all. It's very important to us. So let's begin with, okay? So Dakshinamurti is an important aspect. I mean, is the important manifestation or Amsa of the Hindu god Shiva. So he's facing south, that is Dakshina. Dakshinya means karuna in Sanskrit or kindness. So Dakshina means samardata. We say it's an efficiency. For all the issues we have, the main reason is we having the ignorance, the lacking of knowledge. So if this ignorance is erased or washed away with the highest knowledge, then automatically the problems will be solved or they disappear like anything. So Dakshinamurti, he symbolizes a supreme teacher, imparting supreme knowledge and supreme wisdom and the supreme awareness. So the Dakshinamurti is depicted as Shiva, teaching yoga, music, wisdom, and expounding the scriptures, the Vedas, the Shastras. So he's revered, he's as worthy, and he's with lot of great respect. We worship as a god of wisdom and meditation. What do we need other than, right? So the soul to evaluate into the higher consciousness, we need the wisdom, knowledge, and the meditation. So Dakshinamurti is our perfect God, that who he is the giver of this wisdom, the knowledge, and the meditation. So for those who worship Dakshinamurti, their mind blossoms. They say like buddhi vikasistundi, right? So the mind blossoms like anything. And even the devatas, devis and all worship Dakshinamurti. So the Brahma, the Vishnu, the Surya, Skanda, Indra, Maharshis became gurus. They became the world gurus after worshipping Dakshinamurti. So such an important God is he. And he is the supreme power who blesses us with the buddhi, the intellect, and we say the televitetalu, right? The intelligence and the education, the wealth, the salvation, what not, it's the moksha, the ultimate. So how Dakshinamurti is formed is like the Shiva Swarupam, Shiva Amsha. So for example, we say when what is swollen, like what is raised will eventually settle, right? So what is swollen will eventually subside. So anything that raises, for example, a tide raised and it falls down, right? And if you boil the milk raises. When you put some water, it absorbs it within the vessel. So even the river during rainy season and all, it raises and then it gets back to the normal. Even our mind with happiness and with joy, with sorrow, anything, it raises and then we get to the normal. So everything raises and whatever gets depressed and that settles or remains in his own form is Dakshinamurti. So whatever rises and calms down in a peaceful and pleasant way, that is the form of Dakshinamurti. So for example, Nataraja Swami, he is like a cosmic dancer, right? So while dancing, his head is long. While dancing, the hair raises, and before the time it falls down, again he uses another bhangima or the position. Again, the hair keeps on raising. Then where is the thing like the hair gets fall down or settle is the Dakshinamurti form. So even the Dakshinamurti's hair, when you see, it's like looks settled peacefully like that. So Bhairavudu, he looks pleasant before him, before Dakshinamurti. So Bhairavudu is like a fierce appearance, like with bulging eyes, fangs, and skull. And he holds a skull cup, right? Kapalapat. So Bhairava is worshipped for protection or removal of obstacles and liberation. So he's depicted as a terrifying figure that the form is a raised form and the settled is the form of Dakshinamurthy. So Shashakti Yutulu. So he's observing himself the Shashakti Yutulu. That means whenever you see Lord Shiva, he has on the left side the Mata Parvati. But in Dakshinamurti, we don't see Mata Parvati. That's because he rests within him peacefully. So Mata Parvati rests within him peacefully. So when you see Dakshinamurti's left ear woman's Karnabharam is diamond. So his right ear holds Nagabharanam. So that means he has observed within him. So Mata Parvati rests within him peacefully. So whatever raises, it gets settled. The settled form in the whole universe is the Dakshinamurti. So this is the way how we describe Dakshinamurti. So Shiva has various forms and manifestations. Some philosophers believe that he does not take any avatars on in the same way like Vishnu too, for example. So instead entities like Hanuman, Veerabhadra, Bhairava are considered to be born from Shiva's divine fragments or amsas or aspects rather than direct incarnations. So Dakshinamurti is not only Jnana Swarupa, but bestower of knowledge. He is not only the Jnana Swarupa, he is the Jnana Pradata. He is the bestower of knowledge. He also gives like immense knowledge. And we have in Devi Devatas, we have two Jnana Swarupas. And when coming to the Shiva Jnana Swarupa, is Dakshinamurti, and when we take Vishnu Jnana Swarupa, he is the Hayagriva. We'll say right Hayagriva mantram for education and all that. So Dakshinamurti is considered the Adi Guru. He is the first teacher. So he embodies or he gives immense knowledge. So of destroying and all. So destroying the ignorance, I mean. So through meditation, he is believed to guide individuals towards spiritual awakening, helping them overcome ego and the world's dualities. So the world's dualities, like the light and the darkness, the good and the evil, the life and the death, the creation and the destruction, love and hate, all this, he will overcome the egos and he will give the spiritual awakening knowledge. So the experience of geology can lead to personal growth and a deeper understanding of oneself and the world. So through his grace, disciples are taught to attain liberation and realize their true eternal and blissful nature. So that is the importance of Dakshinamurti, and we are so glad that we learned a lot about Dakshinamurti today. He is the universal teacher that washes our ignorance, and when he is willing to show his karuna on us, then we are able to reach the enlightenment or moksha in very easy way. We have to trust him, we have to know more knowledge, and that is the way the enlightenment. He is the universal teacher of the wisdom and the meditation, that what we are looking from so many last incarnations, right? So we are so fortunate to know about that. And let's hold him, let's not leave him, and take Dakshinamurti as an inspiration. And every time you can pray for him, he's a great master, and you can always seek his help whenever you need. And he is much needed, because that is the the ultimate task a soul needs to merge in the Paramatma, right? So this much Dakshinamurti is giving a lot of wisdom and enlightenment and all. So you must be wondering, how does he appears? So I'll show you a picture now. I'll share a picture. You might be knowing. So let's share me a picture from my side. You must be knowing, but I'll share a picture now. Dakshinamurti. Yes. So he is our Guru Dakshinamurthy. Let's bow to him and take his divine blessings. That is the ultimate thing we need, the wisdom and the liberation, right? Through the meditation. So we're so fortunate. So he must be our real God now, knowing that he's Jnana Pradata and Moksha Dayini, right? So this is Dakshinamurthy. He's having like 4 disciples here. These are 4 putras of Brahma. I'll talk in detail about them. And this is the Rakshasa, Apasmara. So whenever we forget the knowledge we learn, this is the way we become the Rakshasas. So we shouldn't never forget the knowledge, and we should keep on gaining knowledge. That is why we are told to do Swadhyaya, Sajjana Sangatya, to learn the knowledge more, to wash away our ignorances. And the next one is Medha Dakshinamurthy. Medha Dakshinamurthy is in Andhra Pradesh. So Medha Dakshinamurthy is the intelligent, he gives the intelligence when worshipped. And this is the other picture. Take the blessings, masters. Take his divine ask him to shower his blessings upon us to wash away our ignorance. And let's learn more about the slokas that Adi Shankaracharya told about. So Adi Shankaracharya, our beloved master, we have discussed about him the last month. He's a great master that he wrote so many slokas on many deities, and we have learned about Nirvana Shatakam in the past, and now we are going to learn about the Dakshinamurthy Stotam. Nirvana Shatakam was about the soul, and Dakshinamurthy is knowing the knowledge like about the Atma and Paramatma. That there's no difference, there's no partition, all those things. This is the ultimate knowledge that we all need, and that we all need to remember, and that we all keep on working on this. This is the highest knowledge that Adi Shankaracharya gave, and we should be very thankful to him. And today we are very fortunate to learn more about that. So let's start with that. So how is his appearance? Is like Dakshinamurthy is typically, he's looked very young, youthful, and he's so fair. And he also applied a basmam, the ash, the basmam, all over his body, and he looks very fair even though, and he's very glorious. So Prakashavantam, they say, right? Very glorious. So he didn't utter any single word. Though he didn't utter any single word, he gave a lot of knowledge to all the disciples that gathered across him. So he's the calm teacher seated under a banyan tree. So Vata Vriksha is the banyan tree. So that represents the creation and the expanding universe. So he's seated upon deer or tiger thrones. There are like 16 Dakshinamurthy Rupas. We know all those. And he's surrounded by sages who are receiving his instructions. So the 4 sages you saw are the sons of Brahma. The names are like Sanaka, Sanananda, and Sanatana, and Sanat Kumaras. So they are penanting to attain Brahma Jnanam, and without telling their father Brahma, they left the home and they went out to search for Brahma Jnanam. So, but they were not able. So when they left, they were very young. But when they reached to Dakshinamurthy, they became very old. So but they were not able, until then, they were not able to gain the Brahma Jnanam, and they kept on trying. And finally, they went to Paramashiva, pleading to bless them with the utmost important knowledge. So at that time, Shiva was sitting under the banyan tree, meditating. So then the 4 Brahma Kumaras also sat Shiva didn't spoke or utter any word. Slowly, the Brahma Kumara's doubts got clarified. So, as they were attending for Brahma Jnanam, they have so many doubts, and all the doubts were clarified automatically without Shiva Dakshinamurthy speaking or uttering a word. So, that is how he gave the knowledge. So Shiva in the yoga form is Dakshinamurthy. So he symbolizes that knowledge is something that only one can experience and not fully expressed in words. So yeah, his left side, I told like he don't have Mata Parvati, but so he's having depicted with 4 arms, and he holds a Akshamala, so rosary, and in his upper right hand, a flame in his upper left hand, and so his lower right hand is often in Dhyana Mudra, that is the Chin Mudra. Chin Mudra means the index finger is the Aham, this is the ego, and to kill the ego and merging of self to divine consciousness. So we know this is the fire element thumb. So the ego, when you touch, it is burnt away. So, and this is Tapo Raja Gunas, the 3 gunas, right? So, this is a Sattva, Tamasu, and Rajasu Gunas. So, all this we keep aside, okay? And this is far away, and the ego we are burning away. And this fingers also symbolizes like the index finger is the Jivatma, and the thumb finger is the Paramatma. So, uniting the Jivatma with the Paramatma. That is the Chinmudra significance. Okay. So a gesture symbolizing knowledge. So the god or goddess kills demons because of the tamo gunas that they have, that they are in the Rakshasas. So this mudra, Chin mudra, symbolizes like human purity, impurities. Like this mudra represents the divine, the thumb, the man index finger, with the other fingers symbolizing these are the human impurities, right? The sattva, tamas, and rajas. These are like impurities. So his lower left hand holds either grass or scriptures. So sometimes his lower right hand is the abhaya mudra, so fearless, showing fearless and symbolizing like reassurance. So he is often shown with his right foot resting on the demon Apasmara. So Apasmara Rakshasa is representing ignorance. So forgetting what you have learned, forgetting what the knowledge that you knew before, but now you forgot. So being away to the knowledge and not gaining more knowledge. So these are the great barriers to sadhakas, to any sadhaka. This is a great barrier. So because if you don't keep on gaining knowledge, the ignorance comes and the problems and worries start hitting us, right? So if you keep on learning more knowledge, that will be like your ignorance will washed away, and the problems will be gone or disappear, because you'll be taking the right action, right? So these like being away to the knowledge and forgetting what you learn are the great barriers to sadhakas. So they chant Dakshinamurthy stotram to overcome such barriers, and they keep on gaining knowledge, chanting Dakshinamurthy and meditating. So when meditating, you will the soul consciousness, and it's very pure, so that you have lot of information, lot of wisdom in the soul itself. When you reach to the soul consciousness, then everything gets downloaded. So that's how the 4 rishis also got downloaded all the information. So Meda means Dharana Shakti. So Dharana Shakti means the highest memory power. So other variations include like Dakshinamurthy, like Veena Dhara Dakshinamurthy, like he's holding a Veena, and Rishabharuda Dakshinamurthy, like mounted on a bull. So there are like so many. So the image of Dakshinamurthy is usually found, is mostly found in most Shiva temples. Like he will be facing south. That is why he's Dakshina Murti, because he's facing to the south. And that means for us to sit and meditate facing north before the Swami. So that is why he's found, the image is found on the walls of the temple. So there are only a few temples where he's primary deity. So there are like Mahakaleshwar Jyotirlinga in Ujjain, And so in Sri Dakshinamurthy temple at Sukapuram, it's Kerala. And in Srikakulam district, we have Medha Swami in Makavaram village in Srikakulam district, that is in Andhra Pradesh. So these are the deities we have. But Mantra Shastras named many Dakshinamurtis, like 16 Swarupas, that is Suddha Dakshinamurti, Medha Dakshinamurti, Vidya Dakshinamurti, Lakshmi Dakshinamurti, Vagishwara or Veena Dakshinamurti, and Vatamula Dakshinamurti, Samba Dakshinamurti, Hamsa Dakshinamurti, Lakuta Dakshinamurti, Chidambara Dakshinamurti, and Veera Dakshinamurti, Veerabhadra Dakshinamurti, Kirti Dakshinamurti, Brahma Dakshinamurti, Shakti Dakshinamurti, and Siddha Dakshinamurti. So Mera Dakshinamurti is the Dakshinamurti that gives us more knowledge about the knowledge thing. So let's learn about the stotras. Okay, the Dakshinamurti stotra composed by Adi Shankaracharya is performed hymn in Sanskrit that praises Lord Dakshinamurti, a form of Lord Shiva, as the ultimate guru. So this is transformative knowledge is capable of destroying the Mula Avidya, that is the ultimate cause for all suffering. So it is a Moksha Shastra. So this stotra is primarily a prayer for the worship of Dakshinamurti and secondly for worshipping any teacher as the form of God. So Shankara, being the great scholarly teacher, uses his hymns wherever possible to teach Vedanta. He teaches Vedanta very nicely. So he wrote so many slokas regarding the many deities, and using his hymns, he teaches us Vedanta very easily. So the Dakshinamurti Stotra has 10 verses actually. So we'll be learning about one verse today. I prepared for all, but because of the time, I'll talk about one main verse and I'll tell the meaning of other verses. And we have a Dhyana section for that. So let me read that Dhyana. Om Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishtan Deva Sadrushi Ganai Ravlutam Brahmanishtai Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudramānandamurtim Swatma Ramam Muditavadanam Dakshinamurtimide. That is, the reality is Brahman. So a young guru, this meaning is like a young guru, he's abundant of bliss. So he's a Brahmagnani, he's the reality, the brightness of the truth, the state of self-realization. This is the Sviya Sakshatkaram. So he's imparting knowledge of Brahma through silence, surrounded by rishis who are firmly established in wisdom. So he's the teacher of teachers, whose gesture signifies wisdom, whose nature is fullness, completeness, and smiling and reveling in himself. So I worship that Dakshinamurti. So my pranamas to Dakshinamurti. So this is the slogan. And next one. Vatavitapi samipe bhumi bhage nishannam Sakalamuni Jananam Jnanadatāramarat Tribhuvana Gurumisham Dakshinamurti Devam Janana Marana Dukkha Cheda Daksham Namami. So here the meaning is Dakshinamurti, he's the universal teacher and he's seated on the ground under banyan tree on the banks of the river bank. So he is bestowing knowledge to all the rishis who have assembled near him. So he's teacher of three worlds, Tribhuvana Guru Isham. So he's the teacher of three worlds and he's the destroyer of the miseries of birth and death. So that is, it's the birth and death mysteries are destroyed. That is, we got the mukti. So I am bowing to this Lord. Chitram vatatarormule vruddha Sishya gururyava gurostu maunam vyakhyanam Sishyastu chinna samshayaha. So he's teaching in silence. So Chitram Vatatura Mule means is his very amazing Vatatura on the banyan tree, Mule at the roots. So Vruddha Sishya Guru Ryava. So he's young and he's having all the Sishyas and he's a young teacher and Gurostu Maunam Vyakyam Shishyatu Chinna Shamshayaha. Very important. See, Gurostu Maunam Vyakyam Shishyatu Chinna Shamshaya means he is in a silent way. He's not uttering any word, but he's teaching in a silent way. But the Sishyas, the students, Chinna Samshaya means all the doubts are getting destroyed or removed. So the doubts are getting or destroyed or removed only like when Dakshinamurthy is silently giving them the knowledge. So that is a meditation power. So when we meditate, when we connect to our soul consciousness, the highest consciousness, then we'll get all the knowledge and all our doubts gets clarified. So that is how clearly Shankaracharya is telling about Dakshinamurthy, the greatness of Dakshinamurthy. So and he's a great treasurer. Let us see. निदये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. So he's the nidhi, he's a treasurer, wealth and everything. So he's among knowledge, and so he is a medicine for illness of worldly life. So he's telling he's a abode of all wisdom, the treasure of knowledge, the teacher of the whole world, healing those who suffer from the disease of samsara, the death and birth, samsara sagara. So incarnations, death and birth and all. So when they get moksha, they are clear from the sufferings of samsara, the death and birth. So when you attain the full knowledge, that means you are free from all karmas. You're free from the birth and death. So that is what he's telling very clearly. So, Om Namah Pranavadhaya Suddhajnanaika Murtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So here Om Namah Pranavadhaya means he's come from the sound of Om, right? The Srishti came from the sound of Om. So, and he's Shuddha, very pure. Shuddha Jnanaika Murtiye means he's very pure, eternal knowledge. So, he's, and though he's very utterly peaceful, he's very pleasant and very peaceful. So, Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So Ishvara, God, Guru, Atmeti is the spirit in the form of the Guru. So the one who is from may seem separately as God, Guru and Atma, Ishvara, Guru and Atma, but actually everything is same. So who pervades the entire universe, I bow to you. So here he's telling the Atma, the spirit in the form of Guru, or Atma, Ishvara, everything is same. It looks like different. It is the Maya, it is the illusion. See, like a spiritual sky, one who perverts everything. So for such God, I'm giving my salutations. So that's sloka means. And there's main one stotram. I'll read only one stotram out of 10 because of time. So we'll see. And Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahirivodbhutam Yatha Nidraya Yes Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Svatmanamevadvayam Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. So Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. So Vishwam, the world, Darpana, it's the mirror. So it's a Drishyam, it's like seen, being seen. So Nagatari is the city, and Tulyaman is similar. So he's telling the entire world is similar to a city, which is being seen in a mirror, but is located within oneself. Everything is in ourselves. The whole universe is residing in ourselves. The Paramatma is in ourselves. The Jivatma, Paramatma, the universe, what not. If you close your eyes, like if you put this Chin Mudra like this and close your eyes, and observe. You will feel the sounds of oceans, air. You'll feel everything. So the whole universe is residing you, but the Maya or illusion is like it. We see outside. Everything is outside. Even the God is outside, but even the God is inside. That's what he's telling. So the entire world is similar to a city, which is being seen in a mirror, but it is located within oneself. So in sleep, when you have a dream, you will think that is the truth, but you will know that it is the ignorance when you come out of the sleep, right? So the reality. So when you woke up from sleep, then you will know the reality that what you had was a dream, that was the Maya, that was the illusion. So and then you will start understanding the truth when you come out. So similarly, the experience conveyed to the senses is actually chopped in parts. So some things we can see, some things we can hear, but you don't experience it directly. So the mind is so powerful that it creates seamless experiences. So this seamless experience is nothing but the illusion, the Maya. So upon enlightenment, you awake up, like you awake up from the sleep. Upon enlightenment, you awake up. So you will come out of the worldly life. So we are thinking the home, the car, the people, all these are giving happiness to us. But no, that is not. Chidananda Rupa, what? The soul itself is the blissful, happy. But because of the emotions and all, our sheets are formed across our body, and that is stopping us to connect to our soul. So when you when you gain more knowledge, and when you have the enlightenment, then you'll wake up and all the sheets are gone, then the soul is connected directly. And that is when you will know the world is different. What I'm thinking, this everything is outside, it's within us. That is the real experience that we will come to know. That is what Adi Shankaracharya, Dakshinamurthy is telling. And to know that we need the blessings of Dakshinamurthy, who gives us very easily when we were asked. He blesses us with that knowledge, and if we get that knowledge, that is the time. It is the easiest way to enlighten. So everything experience in yourself only is everything is yourself only, but nothing outside. So that is the consciousness. So we also can experience or realize the truth that there is no partition between Atma and Paramatma. So the Atma came from the Paramatma. So Atma is the aspect or the Amsha of the Paramatma. So where is the difference, right? So there is no difference at all. So this truth who tells is Dakshinamurthy. So the truth that tells like there is no partition between Atma and Paramatma. Everything that is residing you, the whole universe and the whole God, everything is within you. Look at that. Get enlightened. Get out from the dream of Maya. Awaken to enlightenment so that you will know the true knowledge. That is what. So that is the real meaning that what we need in this essential life, right? So, and the other slokas, and okay. So I'll just explain meaning of that, okay? Other slokas. So he's telling like you're not separate from God. So upon your will, you will, upon Dakshinamurthi's will, you will understand. So what is not real, what is not existing. So whatever is existing is true. So all this real, unreal. So Dakshinamurthy is the knowledge giver to know everything. So he is the one who leads you to discover you are that through the teachings of Vedas. He will lead you to discover that you and God are same. So with the immediate recognition, so when you understand the sakshatkaram, that is the self-realization, that there is no rebirth, then that time there will be no rebirth into this vast ocean of worldly life, the ocean of suffering. So the important thing we need is the wisdom, knowledge. So that knowledge giver is the universal giver, Dakshinamurthy. And so this is the few things. And he says like consciousness also alone shines. So the light of consciousness is like a lamp placed in the belly of the pot that is having many holes. So even the light constantly streams out of the pot. So he's saying like, but illuminates an object only when the object is in the path of the light, but the light is consciousness, the Mahadupam, is present behind every thought in everyone. So the consciousness is present behind every thought that you carry. So this consciousness streams out through all your senses, making available for perception. And this is always connected to Supreme Guru. What a great knowledge, isn't it? So this salutation is onto that consciousness that alone shines and illuminates the cosmos, who is the form of Guru in the form of Dakshinamurthy. What a great knowledge. These Lokas masters, you go after, whenever you get some time, keep on reading. So take a Dakshinamurthy picture as an inspiration. He is the God of wisdom and meditation. That is what we need, right? For enlightenment or to get away with this samsara sagara, to wash away our ignorance. We need such kind of gurus, right? So Dakshinamurthy, even they say like when you take a picture of him and keep it in your place on the south side, the apamrutyu nivarana, the untimely deaths, he will get rid of that. So the family persons will be very safe and happy. So apamrutyu nivarana, dosham, everything he takes away. Because he'll be facing on the south side. So on south is the Yama, right? So untimely deaths and all he will stop that things, and he will bless us with a lot of goodness. And even the pregnant ladies, when they chant this, when they listen or do this Dakshinamurti Stotra, they say like without any problem, they can deliver the baby happily. So, and even the growing children, if they daily see Dakshinamurti picture, they get a lot of tejasu in them. They study well, and a lot of good things. Even if you keep before a small baby, they keep on staring to Dakshinamurti. I don't know, maybe Dakshinamurti starts sharing knowledge with them peacefully. They keep on staring. You can observe that. So that how Dakshinamurti is so important, and he's such a great master to all of us, that we need him, and we always need him for our growth, enlightenment, spiritual growth to the ultimate reaching enlightenment. So there's so much information about him. So it's saying consciousness is present in deep sleep, and also when you can't see the sun or moon during an eclipse, that doesn't imply that they are not shining. So even in the deep sleep, when the senses are fully withdrawn, there is a total eclipse. So absolute darkness of mind, yet shining. Illumination of the mind continues. So when you have a knowledge on a particular, this means when you have a knowledge on a particular thing, even if you are sleeping, even if somebody wakes up and asks, that knowledge is every time available in you. You'll talk about it. And if you don't know about that, if you don't have a particular knowledge about particular thing, even if you're awake, you can't tell. So that's what he's telling. So the one who remains as pure consciousness in deep sleep. So he's in deep sleep, Dakshinamurti. So I'm offering my salutations. So these are the things, and the whole teaching of Vedanta is present in this Dakshinamurti. I'm concluding, masters. The whole teaching of Vedanta is present in this Dakshinamurthy hymn. So because of self's all pervasiveness is clearly revealed in this hymn. So by listening to it, reflecting upon it, meditating on its meaning, and reciting it, one can gain enlightenment effortlessly and without impediments. So with this great glory of being, the self of all with eightfold blessings. So whoever chant or listen or recite this Dakshinamurti Stotram, they will be given the Ashtasiddhis. So Ashtasiddhis, Anima, Mahima, Garima, Lagima, Prapti, Prakamya, Ishtiva, Vashtiva. So Anima means ability to shrink infinitely small, and Mahima means ability to expand infinitely large, like Hanuman. Garima is a capacity to become extraordinarily heavy. So Lagima is power to become incredibly light. So we have seen all these avatars, right, in our Ramayana Mahabharatas, like even Krishna expands, all right. So Prapti, so ability of translocation. So instantially, they appear whenever you want. So Prakamya, so ability to fulfill your desires. So Ishtiva is sovereignty. So it is the ability to be utterly free. So no one has control over you. So, and Vashtiva is ability to have control over everyone else. So these are the 8 siddhis that Dakshinamurti may give, like once when they recite the slokas. So such a great master, Dakshinamurti, and thank him and thank the universe and thank Dakshinamurti and thank you all masters and thank you Mahavatar Foundation, Anand sir and whole team for giving this opportunity. And this is the ultimate knowledge we all need. Keep on remembering, keep on learning the knowledge, wisdom. When Dakshinamurti has told Shankaracharya, all the masters are telling meditate, meditate, meditate. So this is the ultimate path for liberation, enlightenment, and get away from all the sufferings of janana, marana, samsara, sagara, all these things. And we are very fortunate to learn more about this. And we are very fortunate. Today we learned a lot of things, masters. That is very important, right? So keep this knowledge every time in your mind and do not let it go. Hold it. And ask Dakshinamurti blessings to help you in this aspect. And thank you all, masters. Thank you so much.